Hey, welcome everyone to Happy Wolf Art and another episode of New Comics. This week I have a good stack here that I just want to show everyone, talk briefly about. But before I get started, I want to give a quick shout out to Rig. Mr. Rigamortis86 is his YouTube channel. He did these killer cover art pieces that just incredible ink work, super fun pieces, and he made some colored prints and sent a couple my way. Really enjoyed them. Look at the stippling, super detailed, love it. So thanks Rick for those, really appreciate it. Space Ghost, gotta love it. I heard that series is a lot of fun, and Conan and the Hulk giving each other sort of a high five. Forget what that handshake is called, but anyways, super cool. Thank you again. That was awesome. Also regarding art, and that is Art Baltazar. Sort of cool. He sent this with an art piece that I recently purchased from him, and this is one of his characters. Hasn't appeared yet, but it's going to be appearing in a comic he's putting out shortly. He created a Mego figure based on it, and as soon as I saw this piece, I thought, oh, I have to grab that. He threw it up on eBay and snatched it up real quick. So probably spent money when I shouldn't have, but had to have it to go with my Mego figure. And then when his comic comes out, then this character, who's called Migor, I'll have this nice piece for that first appearance. Anyways, all right, let's get to the comic. So this last week or so, these are the titles I've been reading. Turtles of Grayskull, this is issue number 1. Tim Seeley is the author. He's done a lot of Masters of the Universe. Freddie Williams is the artist. He did also He-Man or Masters of the Universe and Injustice. So he's done a number of these titles. And the story is a little bit all over the place, in all honesty. There's some mixed reviews out there. Let me give you a quick view inside. Second read through made more sense. The story is still jumpy, and but nonetheless, I really enjoyed it for the most part, and we'll look forward to where this series goes to. I think it's like a 3 or 4 series title. So, all right, staying with the Turtles. Mutant Nation is one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle titles that are out right now. This one I got because it had to do with Casey Jones and the Foot Clan. And let me give you a quick flip through some of the art. There's 2 stories in this, and I think the stories are eventually going to connect. But this first one has a lot of action, a lot of fun stuff, and then for the Casey Jones one, that was really what I got this for, and a lot of action also, character driven story. So really enjoyed that and look forward to more of the Casey Jones story. And it's a very cool cover too, I thought. So all right, Transformers was about to jump off this title. This is issue 13, but issues 13 and 14 have to do with the origin of Starscream, his early years. So Daniel Warren Johnson is still writing, as far as I know. He is on until issue 24, and he's not doing the art anymore, but he does do covers sometimes. And the art is still good. I forget who the artist is on this one. Jason Howard is the artist, but very, very good artist for Transformers. Really fun story. Enjoyed it. Learning a little bit about Starscream and his background. I like Popeye. Yeah, I'm down with anything Popeye. This was a really fun series so far. Issue 1, the type print, the font was so small it was almost unreadable. They've changed that, and this was a fun story. We see some of Popeye's friends, his father, and family friends come into the story. It gets a little bit esoteric, sort of philosophical, you can see here. Popeye's powers being tied in with the universe, and a little bit too philosophical for me, but it is only a page or two, and then it jumps back into sort of the action and some of the more of the story regarding Popeye and what he's about and what they're going through, fighting the sea hag and so forth. So next series, Knights versus the Samurai. Look at that price point, $2.99. Cool. Wish comics were that price point again. This series, as most of you know, I do have a medieval themed comic series on my YouTube channel, so that's why this one caught my eye. The story was good enough, interesting, but not overly great or anything. The art, it left me wanting more. It was decent for sure, but you can see it sort of lacked detail and facial expression and stuff like that. But it was decent, and these knights are traveling to the east. Eventually, they're going to meet up with samurais and come into conflict. And it was decent. I'll give number 2 probably a try, especially at that price point. But we'll see. I'll flip through it first and see what I see, and then make a decision there. Picked up this variant cover, Grommets, super fun series, love it, about skateboarding, the 80s culture, and this girl plays a important role in the story as a sort of love interest, but just love the colors. I mean, it's classic 80s. Parsons is the artist, Brett Parsons. Love his style, and had to grab the variant just for the cover alone. So artwork is super consistent and great all the way through. So Grommets, if you're interested in that. And I have not been buying DC and Marvel for quite some time now, but this All-In initiative I'm interested in, particularly because of Darkseid here. And so this is a one-shot that sort of kicks off the Absolute universe. This is the Justice League portion of the story, and the way this book should be read, you can start with either side of the story, and that'll make sense here in a second, but you read through, and this first portion of the story has to do with Booster Gold joining the Justice League. He gets this Justice League card, which comic shops are handing out. If you buy the comics, they're collectible, have some value. And then in the middle of the comic book, then you flip it over, and then this is the Absolute World, and you start reading again from this side. This is more of a Darkseid centric story, and then it sort of ends in the middle of the book. And this is going to actually be the first appearance of Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman, as far as I know. So if you're really interested in the Absolute Batman character, this is going to be the first appearance. So I got the foil covers. This is the Absolute Batman foil. I'm not super into the Virgin. I like Trade Dress more, but loved how this orange glow and the foil mix. So that's why I picked up this one. And super interesting artwork. Story. Alfred looks cool. The conflict between Alfred and the Batman character here is interesting. So I'm looking forward to part 2 and how that all plays out. And that's the new logo there. And if you don't know, this logo turns into an axe. Batman's ears are also knives that he can grab and throw. So there's a lot of different little back story things that are not the normal Batman mythos. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this week. Last couple weeks, all the titles that I've been reading, some of the art I've been enjoying, Art Baltazar, and his character Migor. Check his site out, and also Mr. Rigamortis 86 on YouTube. Do check his channel out. Thanks again, Rig. Appreciate these. These are awesome. And have a good one. Thanks.